numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up
with the New York Giants. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
2nd and 4.
And this one's incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting has taken over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Second and 10.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On the set, 36, line 36. Get the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You've got the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect, but boy, that was force against force.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Watch the shift. Check that, street. Shift,
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Single.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Montez Sweat able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
2nd and 2. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 45.
Okay, baby, come on.
A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind, going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds.
Matt LaFleur loudly voicing his objections to that previous call. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw here. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off inside the 5. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, they'll throw.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Second down and 3.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. AT Cardinal.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. That is caught at the 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
First and goal from just inside the 5. Here's Gibson on the read option.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson.
His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second and 9 now. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. 2nd and 1. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll set up a throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Giants are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off right around the 43. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and 3.
And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back to throw now on 1st down.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jonathan Allen, his 2nd sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The Giants on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jamin Davis.
And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2nd and 4. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain. But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's complete to Brown, right side. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the Giants are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Into the hands of Ingram. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Back to throw. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Let's go!
They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
And Washington is going to win the football game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now a handoff looking right. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So a victory here for the Washington football team.
And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say? It's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
So for Washington, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And next week they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.